Hello, I'm calling this the Pilates Core Workout 1. Hopefully you've already stretched and warmed up your center and your legs a little bit before you move on to this core work. I'm going to focus mainly on just the abs and maybe a little bit of lower back. The only thing you might need is a tennis ball or a small ball. If you don't have that, then you can wad up, maybe roll up a thick pair of socks. And we use that for mostly the knees, in between the knees or the ankles. So to get started, we're going to come onto our back and relax through. And I want you to think about planting your feet hip width apart. And as we're laying here, we're going to think about our posture, or how we lay against the floor. As we're laying here, we want to make sure that the ribs, the bottom ribs, aren't sticking out. So we're going to pull those in first. As we do that, that should do two things. It should lengthen the back of your neck and drop your chin just a little bit so it's in a nice comfortable fist width apart position. The other thing that's going to do is tuck that pelvis into its neutral slot so we're not arching our back. We don't want to go too far so much that we imprint hard and tuck our pelvis up. So we want to be in a neutral spine position. As we're laying here, we're going to take a deep breath in through our nose and out through our mouth. Remember, every time you breathe in, you release the abs. And as you breathe out, you tighten the core. Good. Thinking about lengthening our hands from our shoulders, we're going to float them off the floor about 2 inches. Starting from our bottom rib, I just want to breathe out and roll my chest through. My head is going to float with that. So we're going to take a deep breath in and curl through, lengthening our fingers and releasing it back. As we're coming up, we want to keep the space between our chin and our chest the same as it is in our neutral spine position. Breathing out through, lengthening, and release. One more, lengthen through, and release. To make life more difficult, we're going to add our ball, squeezing it in between the knees in the chair position, arms floating. Deep breath in, and roll it through. Good, just practicing that lift of the upper body. So tempting to tense the neck or the chin. We want to try to keep that relaxed. Send all your energy and your tension into your core. One more. Breath out and release. Making life even more difficult, we're going to put it between our heels and lengthen our legs. Straight up to the ceiling is the easiest position. You might want to challenge yourself to angle it just a bit, but not so much that you feel that arch in your lower back. Again, arms are floating, deep breath in, and roll it through, and release, and again, and release, one more, chin off the chest. Good. Go ahead and put that ball aside. We're going to take our feet hip width apart, relaxing the upper body, starting with our imprint of our spine. We're going to tuck that pelvis. We're going to breathe out, tighten the core, release the lower back against the mat, and then relax. And tighten, tuck. So your tush is involved a little bit now too, and release. You'll feel it in the thighs and in the glutes. Tuck. And release. One more. Tuck it in. Pull the belly button down. And release. This is the start of our bridge. So we're going to tuck our pelvis as we roll up for 4. Take a breath in. And roll up. 1, 2, 3, 4. Take a breath at the top. And then release it as we're rolling through the top of the spine. 1, 2, 3, 4. Breath in and roll it up. 1, 2, 3, 4. Breath and down. 1, 2, 3, 4. And again, breath in And roll it through. Watch your knees, trying to keep them in line with your feet and your hips. Breath, and roll it down. 2, 1 vertebrae at a time. 3, 4. Take the tuck. Hold the tuck as long as you can, the whole way until the very end. Breath, and roll it down. Keep tucking, 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 tucking. And let's pull both knees into the chest. Lengthening from our rib cage, our head off the mat. We're going to pull the knees up a little bit higher too to lift that hips off just a bit. As I lengthen my legs out, my arms stretch and my hips find the floor again. Circle the arms, pull it back in. Stretch, circle. Watch your neck and your shoulders. One more. Good, and go ahead and bring your head back down. Relaxing your arms at your side, we're going to start in the chair position. Maintaining the shape of the leg, we're going to drop a toe down and lift it back up. Hold on to your lower back. You might not be able to hit the mat. If you're arching with your back, take it a little bit shorter. Maybe it doesn't quite hit. Let's do 2 more. Relax your shoulders. Good. Sending your energy into your core. We're going to lengthen the heel away. Again, it might not touch the mat, because it's most important to keep from arching the lower back. Keep going. One more. Good. Relaxing your shins. You're going to open the arms and have your shoulders get real heavy down against the mat. Taking a breath in, we're going to drop both knees to one side, holding that shoulder down, and then we're going to use our belly to pull the hips back to the center. Breathing in and breathing out to bring them back. Stomach goes first. Breath in and breath out. One more breath in and breath out. Go ahead and find your ball. We're going to squeeze it between our knees in the chair position. Arms are starting above you and working from your bottom rib. We're going to roll ourselves up. At the top, there's 5 pulses underneath your armpits. So we don't want to slap with our wrists, but we want to slap from the top of the arm where it connects into the chest. So we're going to start with our arms up. Breath in. Roll it through. 5 pulses. And roll it back. Chin off the chest, making sure the thighs are perpendicular to the floor. Arms open from the snow angel position. You can go ahead and put your ball aside, bring your feet down, and relax for just a moment, releasing the tension from your jaw and your neck and your shoulders and your legs and everything. But we're still thinking about that good neutral spine. Deep breath in and out. From here, let's take both legs straight up. We're going to bring the heels together so they're not parallel, but they're rotated out in the turnout position. The arms are extended with it, and the chest comes through. Clicking your heels together, we're going to breathe in and out for 4. Crossing the thighs, same idea. And bring it in. Relax, pull the knees into your chest. Extending the left leg out, we're going to bring the chest through and watch the shoulders don't hunch up with you. Keep them flat and open. We're going to double bounce, pulling that thigh in. And switch. Think about your back. Is it down against the mat? Same thing with straight legs, like scissors. Good, and relax. Think about your neck and jaw and chest. I bet I got a little tense there, so let's find a moment to relax everything that we can. Go ahead and lengthen your legs out long. We're going to flex your feet and be hip width apart. Starting with your hands behind your head, you're just going to pull your neck up. So there's a little bit of a stretch. The weight of it is in your hands. And you're just going to stretch through that top of the spine to mid-spine. And turn your head to one side. And switch. Go ahead and extend the arms above you. This is called a roll-up. We might not be able to get all the way up at first, but we're going to try. We're going to start with the first part of it. I want you to take a deep breath in as we start to roll up. We're going to get to about our shoulders, and then we're going to release it back. So yeah, feel that bottom shoulder still against the floor. Breath in as we start our roll. Careful to keep the chin off the chest, and roll it back. I've got a lot of energy through the backs of my legs. Breath in. And release. One more time. Bottom of the rib. Breath in. And relax. We're going to add more of the roll. So we start the same way with our breath in to about our shoulders. Then we're going to breathe out as we roll through. And as we do that, we want to keep the C curve in our spine stretched through our feet and hold the pelvis back. So I don't want to go flopping over with my belly, but I want to feel a good stretch in my spine. It's more for that. Then I'm going to release that energy, coming through, flexing the feet to the shoulders, and then back through. So it has 4 breaths, in, out, starting with a breath in as we start our curve, breathing out and pulling. Breath in starts my descent, and breath out brings my top of the head through. Breathing in, and breathe out, pull the belly towards the opposite wall. Breathing in, rolling through one vertebrae at a time, shoulders and chest. And again, breathing in, tuck it through, roll it back in, and release through. One more time.